after that. And in less than a year being with Merkel, she has successfully qualified for Merkel's incentive trip to Beijing and has already been crowned Merkel's RSP champion for 2012 in the recent annual awards night. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Cik NorHamizah.
How many of you would like to retire rich? Please raise up your hand. Okay, thank you. And how many of you would like to retire young and rich? Please raise up your hand. Okay, thank you very much, and give a clap to yourself.
I didn't see one good job. Too late.
You handle what you can.
Good afternoon, and a very good thank you to the management team, and then for inviting me, and to Mr. Wong Boon Choi, Mr. Patrick, and all my advisor friends. Okay, before I start, I'd like to ask, is it okay for me to speak in English or we campur-campur? Campur-campur, okay. So, before we start, I would like to ask you one question. Okay, please listen carefully. And for those yang pernah dengar, buat-buat macam tak pernah dengar lah. Okay? Okay. I want to ask one question. Okay, this is a note of 10 ringgit, right? Okay. So if this 10 ringgit in 2013, today, okay, if let's say we want to buy nasi ayam, okay, how many pinggan of nasi ayam can we buy with this 10 ringgit today? Two. Okay, so we agreed to, okay? We go 10 years before, which is 2003. Okay, with the same note of 10 ringgit, how many pinggan of nasi ayam can we buy?
Three, four.
Okay. Most of us say 4, but sikit 4. Okay, 4. Okay. And let us go 10 years to the front, which is 2023. With the same amount of 10 ringgit, how many pinggan of nasi ayam can we buy? Maybe we can buy the plate, maybe, right? So, the question now is, what is happening to our money?
Devalue. Inflation.
It's the same note, right? The same 10 ringgit. But what is happening to our money? Yeah, this is what we call as inflation. Meaning to say, our money or the value of our money is keep reducing, and our purchasing power has been reduced. Lesser things to be bought. So this is what we call as inflation. Does it worry you? Does it worry or worrying you so much? So what should we do?
One
One of it is buy.
make a mutual.
So we need to invest. Okay? Can you please say to your friends sebelah, kawan sebelah, they say we need to invest from now. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Why I'm saying that is because before we start to share with our clients, we have to know first. What's the point of investing? We have to know first, and we have to realize based on our own keperluan. Maknanya apa keperluan kita yang sebenar, itu yang kita kena sedar daripada sekarang, so that when we share with our clients, we are not selling, but we are sharing, and they can feel it. Okay. So before I start, let me introduce myself first. Can I? Okay. So as said just now, okay, my name is NorHamizah binti Muhammad Aminullah. And I'm not Cik actually. Okay, I'm Puan NorHamizah.
Oh, you.
Okay, and can call me Puan Hamizah. Okay, so I'm from Malacca, born in Negeri Sembilan actually, born in Negeri Sembilan, living in Malacca, and now I'm staying in Shah Alam. Okay, before this, okay, I'm graduation from University of Malaya from Applied Chemistry. Does it related to our business here?
Tak ada.
So what does it mean? Okay, it means that even though in any field we are from, daripada bidang apa sekalipun kita, it means that financial planning is important to each of us. Doesn't matter we are from which field or from which bidang. Okay, so from University Malaya actually in 2000 I graduated in 2009. So since my first year of studying, actually I've started a few business. Okay, so starting from 2000, from my first year in University Malaya, I started my, I can say home tuition. Okay, so I'm teaching physics, biology, and chemistry. Yeah, okay. To Form 4 and Form 5 students, private tuition, home tuition. And at the same time, I'm doing some MLM during my studies. Okay? And at the same time, I'm doing some sort of like medication. Have you heard about cupping medication?
Yes.
That's why I've done before, okay, from home to home. Okay, so I've done a lot actually before this. Okay, because I would like to know what is the secret? How can someone become rich? How can someone have a lot of money? So I'm eager. Saya macam nak tahu apa sebenarnya rahsia. So I try a lot. I try this thing. So I have a few pengalaman where until one point of time, I sit back and I ask myself, sampai bila saya nak macam ni? Because there must be an end. Okay. So when that time comes, suddenly when I go to a bookshop, I found a book, and that book changes my point of view, changes the way I think, and that book is entitled Kemana Wang Anda, written by one of my mentor. Okay, Puan Hajar Rohani. Because here two of my mentors are here, Tuan Haji Mahathir and Puan Murni. They are my mentors. And they are the one who brings me and enlighten me about financial planning. What is the importance of financial planning, and why should I plan my financial from now? Okay, and from that point of time, I start to do my own financial planning first. Because at first saya mula sebab saya nak belajar. Asalnya saya masuk dalam bidang ni sebab saya nak belajar. Because I like to learn. And from that point of time, I know that this is something that I can help others. And from that, I start to share with my friends and my business starts. And from that, I got one solution from financial planning, which is RSP. So can you please say to your friend sebelah, what is RSP? Thank you. Okay, what is RSP actually?
Regular savings plan.
Yeah, regular savings plan, right? Okay. Nah, kalau senang ceritanya, kalau nama kita panggil regular savings plan. Okay, but kalau dalam bahasa panjang dia kata invest regularly at a fixed period of time with a fixed amount. But somehow, my definition of RSP is quite different. This is RSP for me. Okay, we will go through one by one. We will start by R. What is so special with RSP? Okay, the first one is R. But before that, can I know how many of you is basically the business is on the EPF sales? Can you please raise up your hands? Okay, almost about 20%. Okay, and how many of you are doing cash sales? Yes, yes. And what about cash plus EPF sales? Okay, campur-campur lah, which means some cash, some EPF, right? Okay. So these are the one that I can say I would like to share what is the beauty of RSP towards us as advisor, and of course towards our clients. Okay, the first one is right away. What does it mean right away? Now. Okay. Biasanya kalau let's say kita jumpa dengan klien, ada tak situasi yang mana kadang-kadang klien bertangguh-tangguh? Why? He doesn't have money and then?
Takut.
He takut. What else? Doesn't believe. Okay. Biar dulu. So itu antara things yang biasanya bila kita jumpa dengan clients, dia akan cakap benda-benda macam tu, betul? Setuju? Okay. So macam mana caranya kita nak supaya dia once kita jumpa, dia boleh terus start? Okay, maksud dia walaupun kita jumpa dia sekejap, tapi dia dah boleh terus start untuk mulakan dia punya savings in Michael. So how? So one of it is by doing RSP, because what I mean is right away is something at least dia walaupun dia tak boleh buat dengan satu amount yang besar, at least okay daripada nothing, right? Still okay daripada nothing, right? Okay, so mungkin kita boleh bagi option for those yang memang contoh belum percaya ataupun belum yakin, at least start small first. Start with the amount that he can manage, and then later on we can top up. Okay, dan biasanya pengalaman saya, bila kita cerita dengan amount yang sedikit, especially for those yang baru nak berkenalan, baru nak kenal, kebiasaannya dia akan lebih mudah untuk mulakan dengan amount yang sikit as compared to tiba-tiba kita nak approach untuk terus pada big sales. Kebiasaan, tapi tak semua. Okay, so ini salah satu cara untuk kita startkan juga dia punya savings. Dan dalam masa yang sama, you can see from here, okay, even though by doing 200 ringgit, okay, just by investing 200 ringgit per month, if let's say in 15 years or 10 years, okay, if let's say we take for 10% of return, they will have at least about 40,000 of savings. At least something than nothing, right? Okay, so that is, I said, by right away, the power of now. Don't have to delay. And one more thing, just now one of the advisors says that sometimes the client is quite macam takut-takut nak masuk because of the timing, right? Kadang-kadang mungkin dia kata waktu ni wait lah, kalau kita tengok dekat sini, okay, dia kata now is uptrend, nanti naik lagi. Lepas tu yang the second one dia kata no more waiting, here I come. Lepas tu dah naik dah waktu dekat peak ni, barulah I'm making money. And then dia cakap, oh, correction period, let me put some more. And then bila sampai dekat sini, I'm leaving. Kan biasa ini situasi yang berlaku, kan? Okay, so macam mana kita nak make sure diorang boleh masuk bila-bila masa saja? So salah satunya dia ada kekuatan dalam RSP. Okay, you don't have to time the market. You can just masuk, dan dia sebenarnya nanti saya akan ceritakan tentang dollar cost averaging, where sebenarnya dia tak perlu nak ada timing the market. Okay, does it clear you?
Yes.
Okay, so what about us? That one is for the advisor, for the client's part, right? The advantage for the clients. So what is the advantage for us as the advisor?
Less stress.
Yeah, okay, less stress. And then some more. Okay, that one is for the second point. Thank you. Okay, and one more thing is for the advisor here, for right away is we can get right away sales. We don't have to wait, because sometimes when the client want to wait, sometimes borang tu dah tukar dah. Borang dah tukar, jumpa lagi, betul? Ataupun masa tu dah nak jumpa, oh duit dah habis hari tu. So at least kita boleh terus close straight away, and later on kita boleh approach dia untuk something else. Okay, so is it okay for you?
Yes.
Okay, so please say to your friend sebelah. Okay, R is for right away.
Ah.
Okay, thank you. Give a clap to yourself. Okay, the second one. Okay, the second one is for silent savings. What is it?
Silent savings.
Okay, good. Okay. So before I show you the video, I would like to ask you one question, and please listen carefully. Okay. One grandfather. Okay. He wants to give. He has two grandsons. Sorry, he has two grandsons, and this grandson A, he would like to give cash of RM 1 million. Okay, straight away, lump sum, giving 1 million. And grandson B, he would like to give 1 cent that will double up every day for 30 days. Okay? Got me?
Yes.
Okay. If let's say we have to choose, either we want to be the grandson A or grandson B.
Grandson B.
How many of you would like to be grandson A? Please raise up your hand.
Granddaughter B.
1 million, 1 million. Okay, one people. Okay. Okay, two. Got two here. Okay, how many of you would like to be grandson B? Okay, thank you. So what about the else? I hope everyone has to choose, has to make a decision. Okay? Can I repeat again? How many of you would like to be the grandson A? Please raise up your hand. 1 juta terus, lump sum.
Kaya lah millionaire.
Okay.
Terus millionaire.
And then, how many of you would like to be grandson B? Okay. Okay, terus yang tak angkat tu tak dapat apa-apa lah.
Sounds bad.
So, let us see siapa yang lebih
Tepat.
untung.
Lebih untung.
Change in the weather's affecting me deeper this year. It's another reminder that time is passing by. Am I doing the right things, pursuing the right dreams? I'll go for a drive as I take in the scenery, look up at changing leaves. Is there a sign? So let it go. I'm the winter. Just let it flow out of my mind. 'Cause I'll never know exactly what's in store. So the best thing for sure, let it go. There's a price that you pay for deciding not to take the common way. I've always liked being different, but this is the difference. I never like to fail, but there's people I meet who are so much like me. They end up just fine. So I fill up my chest with another deep breath and close my eyes, let it go. I'm the winter, just let it flow out of my mind. 'Cause I'll never know.
So how?
A lot
What's
of
the
us are
answer?
very rich.
Okay, how many of you just now are saying that he wants to be the grandson B? Please raise up your hand again. New faces. Okay, so for those the other yang dekat-dekat dengan yang that one yang angkat tangan tu, say congratulations. But somehow I don't have the money yet. Okay. So what does it mean by this video?
Compounding.
Power compounding.
Yeah, compounding power. But we don't realize it. Yeah? Okay, this compounding is one of the, is it as the 8 wonders of the world by Sir Albert Einstein. Do you know that?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. But how many of you practice of it? Okay, very good. Okay, so compounding is one way where even though we are saving less from now, but somehow for a long period of time, the money will be compounded and we will be in a very large amount as the video. Okay, but when we invest, it doesn't seem to be compounded every day, right? It will be compounded monthly by using the RSP. So we can get the effect or the benefit of compounding just by saving maybe some like little amount first, and then later on we can top up. So this is one of the advantage for our clients. Okay, but what about us? What is the advantage of us from this RSP using compounding effect?
Your NAV grows.
Yeah, correct. Thank you. Okay, our NAV will slowly grows without we realizing it. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I have one friend before that he shared with me last time. Okay. Normally when any challenges, okay, he will be qualified for any challenges. Okay, and normally they will use only RSP for any challenge. After about 3 to 5 years of doing investment in the business, normally he can get around 1 month of sales about 1 million. 1 million sales by RSP only. Doesn't have to do anything, but it will compound it. So of course he can qualify any challenges. But of course it took about some time for him, and dia betul-betul manage so that after 3 to 5 years dia memang dah ada target dia, certain target untuk dapat at least 1 million of sales by doing RSP. Duduk diam-diam je dalam tu. Okay? Then what I practice from this one is by using my client's RSP, we got commission, right? So what I practice is I use that money to reinvest again for my retirement fund. Is it okay?
Yes.
Okay, so that is what I do, and I hope that all of you can do the same thing. Because if you start early, we can get also the compounding effect. Okay, dia sebenarnya tak ada manfaat kalau let's say kita just share dengan klien apa kebaikan compounding, tapi diri sendiri kita tak dapat nak mulakan. The best thing is we start with ourselves first and then we share with others. Okay, so can you please tell to people sebelah? Okay, S is for silent savings. Okay, thank you. Give a clap to yourself. So far, are you okay?
Very good. Wonderful.
And the last one is P. Okay, P stands for peace of mind. Okay, just now ada yang sebut kan, dia kata takut. Kadang-kadang klien takut nak invest. Why is it so? Fear of losing and fear kalau waktu tu dia masuk tiba-tiba market is not so good, right? Okay, but by RSP actually kita mengurangkan ataupun we are minimizing the risk actually. Okay, how I can say is that when we talk about dollar cost averaging or ringgit cost averaging, you can see here, okay, every time when they invest every month, right? Okay, so when they invest every month, actually dia sebenarnya buying at different prices here, different prices, and sometimes it will be low, sometimes it will be high. But in average, let's say after some time, after 10 years for example, or maybe 5 years, we can see that he's buying, or our client is buying the units
Buy Samsung.
at the average price. So we don't have to worry so much. Okay, because normally when the market is up, what are the advisors will do? What the advisors will do to the clients? We will contact them, right? We like to inform them, right? But what we will do when the market is down? See them. See them, okay, thank you. Good. Okay, but somehow there are few yang dekat luar sana lah, okay, mungkin bukan kat sini, yang dekat luar sana, bila market is down, dah takut nak angkat telefon. Silent mode. Lepas tu tiba-tiba nampak je nama dah takut nak angkat kan? Kenapa macam tu? Because kita tak dapat nak predict dia punya keadaan market waktu tu. So when we practice using RSP, actually we are minimizing the risk because they will have the benefit of dollar cost effect, dollar cost averaging. Okay, buying bila market tengah naik pun okay, bila market tengah turun pun lagi okay. Right? Sebab bila market tengah turun dia boleh dapat bigger units, tapi bila dia beli waktu tinggi pun still okay sebab akan di averagekan dengan waktu harga tengah rendah tadi. So still okay. And what about us? What is the advantage for advisors by practicing RSP? Peace of mind. For peace of mind. Tak payah susah hati sangat, betul? Because we know that the money is kept safe. Not so safe, right? But somehow quite safe. Okay, because sebenarnya bila dia dah buat every month tu, kita tahu dia akan dapat satu average price yang mana kita tidak terlalu risau as compared to for those yang mungkin terus invest 1 million, 2 million. Okay, we have to do something to the money. But for RSP, maybe kita boleh biar je diam-diam, just kita boleh tengokkan jugalah, tapi tidak terlalu risau. Don't have to worry so much. Okay, so can you please say to your friend beside you, peace of mind. Okay, thank you. So I can conclude that RSP it stands for right away, silent savings, and peace of mind. Very simple, right?
Right.
Okay, so next I would like to share with you. Do I have to share? Yes. Okay, I have to share with you, okay, the secret of my selling. What is my key selling point of selling RSP?
Smile.
And cute. Pardon?
And you are very cute.
Okay, because there are a few people, okay, ada beberapa orang lah yang tanya saya sebelum ni lah, sebab since I'm quite new in Michael, so masa saya mula-mula dalam Michael dulu, after I got that champion, there are few people that yang tanya saya macam mana saya buat RSP, and actually I'm quite surprised because they are asking me that question because personally I don't know that most of them are doing EPF because I don't do EPF so much. I only have about 2 or 3 clients for EPF. Okay, so that's why I'm quite surprised lah because I'm doing RSP a lot. I'm not doing EPF, but now I'm start growing with my EPF. Just started. So, do you want me to share?
Yes.
How many of you would like me to share? What is the secret of my key selling point in RSP? Please raise up your hand. I'd like to know. Okay, all of you. Okay. So this is the only my secret. Okay. Normally when I do or I present to my clients about RSP, I don't talk so much on the product, and I don't talk so much on the fund. No, I started with the planning first. Okay, what does the client need? Okay, before I explain to you, I'd like to ask, how many of you would like to be millionaire retirees? Please raise up your hand. Okay. And how many of you start to practice that? Please raise up your hand. Okay, thank you.
But you cannot retire.
Okay, do you know that I've read in one newspaper article about 3 years back. Okay, there's one article that said that we all need to be millionaires. Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay, why is it so?
Time is expensive.
Yeah, retirement is expensive. And do you remember the first part when I shared with you about the value of our money just now? Okay, how much will that 1 million be, let's say in 20 or 30 years from now?
100,000.
What is the value of that 1 million? Actually?
100,000.
Many guess, right? Okay, but somehow from what I know, maybe it's around 3 to 400,000 only. That 1 million, not so much.
What kind of inflation percentage?
Pardon?
What is the inflation that give you 300,000-400,000?
I take it about 4%.
So low ah?
Yeah, that one is so low. Alright. Okay. So that 1 million, is it making us to be retire rich or retire safe?
Retire safe.
Still not safe, right? Like at least something. So what I share with my clients is that we have to be millionaires. At least we have to have 1 million at least in order for us to retire safe. In bracket, not so safe actually. Right? Okay? But it's better than nothing.
Yes.
Okay, that is what I share with them. Because I don't want them to have a burden when they retire. Because one of my friends, she shared that she has one uncle in KL. She's an advisor also. And yet, bila dia tak sempat nak share with her uncle, once bila uncle dia habis kerja, her uncle has to bekerja semula as a taxi driver after 55 because he doesn't have enough for EPF. Okay, so starting from that point, I know that I have to help my clients. I have to share with them. No matter dia boleh buat, tak boleh buat, itu second matter. Tapi I have to share first. And then, once kalau apa yang dia boleh buat, kita start dulu. Sebab in Islam, we have one panduan. Dia kata kalau tak boleh buat semua, jangan tinggal semua. Okay, maknanya kalau dia tak boleh buat until that point untuk invest, at least start with something first. And then later on, kita akan top up lagi ataupun review lagi. Okay, at least start first. Okay, coming back to my secret. Okay, so here, you can see. Okay, can I know who is the youngest here?
You are the youngest.
Okay,
You are the youngest.
20. Is there anyone 25?
I am 23 now.
Did you have somebody 25?
After minus 40.
25. Okay. So let's say we have one example here. Our friend here, 25. Okay. Let's say she has about 30 years from now before her retirement. Okay, 25. And if let's say she wants to have at least of 1 million retirement fund, at least by doing RSP, she only needs about 400 per month. Only 400 per month. Can you? Can you invest 400 per month? Can. Later we sign the form. Okay. So only by macam kita kata letak tepi 400 setiap bulan, okay, initially, and then doing for about 30 years, then at least she can have about 1 million of savings for her retirement. Okay, that is for those age 25, right? What about other ages? Okay, you can see from here, dekat sini, okay, semakin cepat kita start, semakin rendah ataupun semakin sikit our commitment will be. Okay, because for example, I give here for those age 25 and for those age 45. Okay, two different things. Okay, let's say satu orang ni umur dia 25, she needs only about 400 RSP. Okay, and then for those yang age 45, cuba teka berapa yang dia perlukan untuk 1 million. Okay, only about 14,000 per month RSP. Okay, is it a bigger masa satu amount yang jauh besar kan? Okay, so kita boleh tengok kat situ, maknanya kalau dia mula 20 tahun lebih awal as compared to those yang mula 20 tahun kemudian, from 400 dia kena commit untuk 14,000. So how much is the difference then? Very big, right? So what is the moral of the story? Start now. Right away, okay? Especially to ourselves first. We have to start first. From that, we can share to others. Okay? So normally, this is the only thing that I share with my clients. Other than that, if let's say dia ada planning lain, then kita akan share lah. Tapi biasanya, I will start from this one first. You need to be millionaires. Okay, so far, you got something?
Can you explain that? Why do you have 1,000 ringgit at 400 a month?
Initial 1,000.
Initial of 1,000, yeah.
So
You need
smart.
money.
Of course.
Remember the first
1,000 a
time when
month.
we
1,000 initial for 10% for 30 years. Thank you.
Okay,
I will
so in that, okay, so is there any question? Maybe one question? If you don't have any question, I will ask you. Which one is better?
You ask us.
Okay, I ask you. Okay.
How do you approach your clients?
How I approach my clients. Okay. Normally my clients are my friends. Yeah, I start with
How
my
you know I
friends.
don't have that?
So I just share with them. Yeah, because I'm in this field